Hello YouTube and welcome back to another episode of Let's Build a Wild West Town. So I'm having a break from the train, even though I've not really worked on the train for like 2 weeks, but you guys don't know that, so... Um, what we're going to be doing is pushing the train out that way, putting the coal cart on, a couple more carriages, doing something with the cliff. I kind of hate the way that the cliff just curls around a bit now, so I'm either going to have to carry the cliff all the way on or cut it off and keep the cliff going straight. I don't know which I want to do yet. I think I want to wait till some more of the town is built to make my mind up about this. So we probably won't be working on that for quite a while. Although I do still have that idea for the DeLorean in the cave. So let me just check this road width actually before we get on to building the sheriff's office today. So the way that I think about the roads are the way that they would have been like these days. For people who build modern, they'd have like 3-block sidewalk, 5-block road, then you'd have that centre line, 5-block road, that's 24, and then a 3-wide sidewalk again. So we actually want to start our deck about here. See, getting my modern head on now. Yeah, I can do modern stuff. I probably can't. But there we go, we've got this nice wide road. Now with this being a main road, I think that is good. I think that does work, and from what you see in the films as well, that kind of reflects they have these big wide open roads. So now we've got that in place, we can actually get rid of this. I am going to have smaller side roads, don't worry. We're going to have some like 2-block wide alleyways, we're going to have some like 5-block wide roads going off. This is the main road. There's also going to be a T section main road. So not all the roads are going to be this wide, so don't worry about cramped spaces and atmosphere and all that kind of stuff. So sheriff's office. Right, I have this crazy idea of using yellow stained clay. Now, the reason I want to use yellow stained clay is because it looks a bit like plastering, which I think is going to look good for this style. So we kind of need to get a basic layout of the shape, and we want to get well, that's basically what I'm going to be doing in this episode. We're going to do the basic shape. I'm going to build up the basic frame off camera, and then we're going to do the detailing. So we're going to get quite a bit done in this one episode, hopefully. And I'll be cutting around it, so if there's random jump cuts in it, I apologise, but I will be cutting out boring bits of me just talking. So let's see, we want this front bit. I think we were going to have like a big section there, and then it'll be like a window, and then the door here, and then I think I might go for 2 wide window like this. In fact, we'll do it here, but I do want that there like that. Door can stay there, that's 3 blocks, this will be 3 blocks, then it'll be another 2 window, and then another 2 there. So that'll be sort of the width of our sheriff's office, right about there. We might have to push that back as well to have a decent little deck area, but I can do that off camera. Right, so we've got that. Is that going to be wide enough? I think yes, because they're not that big, they don't need that much space and that much of an area. So let's go back a bit then. Let's go for... I don't think we actually do need a window on this side, because... Actually, no, I suppose we could have a small one, because, you can look out then, check, the people over on the trains and stuff. So we're going to have just a really, really small area, maybe 5 blocks wide. That's 5 wide, good. So we can bring that all the way across, and that's going to be our first area. This is actually quite a wide building. So let's just delete that, put that there, and that in there. There we go. So this is our sort of waiting area, as it were. I'm even thinking of having this doorway not centered, but I don't know. So we've got this section here. I think then we could have an area for an office here, and you could walk out into the main section, and then we'll just have a space for cells. We could even have a little back room here where they keep guns and weapons, so we've got like that little armory type area there, and then this place would be cells, so we've got space for 2 cells. And it's 3 and a 4. I kind of want it like a 3 and a 3. Could we get away with doing that? Maybe doing a 3 and a 3 if we had like a little weird indent there. See, we've got either got to have a big indent or a little jut out. So see, it'd have to come out to about here, and I don't really want to do that. Well, let's keep it square for now, and no, screw it, we'll just keep it square, we'll just do that. So that is it for our basic layout. We've got our doorway, it's going to come in here, we've got 2 cells, slightly bigger one, so we can have, like, you know, 2-person cell. This is a small one for the 1-person cell. We've got an armory for the sheriff and his deputy, and you've got his office where he does his stuff and things. So yeah, so there we go. So I'll be back when I've built all of this area up and we can get onto detailing. Okay, so we are back. So what we have here is we've got the sort of silhouette of the roof in place. I've actually made the building a little bit smaller, moved it back a couple of blocks. So the reason behind this is the roof, I didn't want to be too standoutish, I didn't want to be too tall based to that building over there, because it's only a 1-story building. So what we've done is we've made the rooms a little bit smaller, pushed these cells back. You've got space for 1 bed here for the 1-person cell. You've got space for 2 for the 2-person cell, so that's going to be fine. Sheriff's office is still the same size. Armory bit is still the same size. I'm not too sure if we're going to have the roof this big either. So quickly, let's work on the roof and see if we've got those dimensions right before we fill the rest of the place in. So we're going to have these pillars to hold up. Let me just go get a block. These pillars to hold up, like we've got over there, like we've got here, to hold up a little section of roof. So we'll just put some of these in. And we're going to have a pillar that might as well be in line with this. So we're going to have 1 there. Ooh. Then we've got a little bit of a picky situation. We're going to have like 4, aren't we? So let's see if we can use math to work this out. It's a gap of 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay, so it just works itself out. That's fine. So we can go 3 blocks high with this. And I realise I'm using cobblestones. I will be changing this. And then we can have slab, slab, slab like that. And that's pretty much it. Dead simple. It is really simple, the Wild West style. But it's in the choosing the textures, getting the right materials, that makes the build actually look good. So what we've got now is we've got a big section here. You normally have like sheriff's office or sheriff written around about there. We've also got this top bit. So what I want for this top bit actually is to have maybe oak to frame the top. And we're going to have oak across like this, and it's going to go up to here like that, and it's going to be slowly slanting up to this tip here, and then slowly slant back down. Now I'm not sure if I'm going to have to rework any of this with materials and stuff. We'll see how we can get around that situation, but that's the basic shape that I want to go for. So I do want to have these gaps filled in. So to get these gaps filled in, let's think. Let's have a brainstorm. We'll just have to do this, won't we? So we'll just have a little lip where the wood goes down a bit in front. I do want to have this overhang because it will add that little bit of detail and depth. And I think that's good. I think for what we want and what we need, I think that actually does its job. So for what I'm going to do next, off camera, is just work on the roof and getting all that finished, and then we'll come back to choosing the materials properly, because at the moment it's just all one material, which looks bad. So we will be adding a bit more detail. Okay, so now that I've figured out what I want for the roof, we've got this kind of weird shape going on, but I think it fits. We're going to work on sort of detailing these walls a little bit more and sort of picking out materials. So an idea I've had already is, instead of using sort of a log for a pillar block, we're going to use the crate, the sort of spruce. Crap. That was from last night, that. We're going to use the spruce, this one, crate texture. So if I go onto these side pieces here, and we can just do like that, straight up, and this should just give us a little bit of more detail already. If I don't destroy the blocks that I want. There we go, we could put one over in this corner. And I've actually got an idea for where the cells are, and the little armory bit. I want to make that out of... I'll actually put a small window in the office here as well. I'm going to make that out of cobblestone. So we've got those pillars in place, and I kind of think that's all we need really. That helps to frame the building already. So we'll just do it the same at the back here. There we go. So now we want to work on our cobblestone. Now I don't know if stone brick is going to work, but we'll give it a go. Where's stone brick? There we go. So we're going to do a base layer of stone brick, and then we're going to do cobblestone for the rest and see how that looks. And then I might just change it all into the 4:2, which is the mix of cobble and stone brick. But we'll see. So we just fill all this in. And we'll take forever about it. There we go. And there we go. So we have that in place there. It's okay. We will then have, our little iron bar windows like this for the cells. That works, when you get the horse pulling the cell and then the wall breaks down and oh no, all that's going on. We've got that in place. I think that fits. I'm going to try some spruce planks all across the top here. So in fact, we can use the stick. It'll be done a bit quicker. Oh, that saves a lot of time. Now let's actually try to change this. Oops. Into the it's 4:1, sorry, not 4:2. If we just change it all like this, how's this start to look? Let's change all this along the bottom as well. I think I prefer that to what we did just have. It looks a little bit more framed and a little bit more interesting. So we've got that there, that's fine. Do I need it on this little bit here? I think yes we do. I think the cells are 4 wide, so we can do that like so. Why is that not framed around there? That's really, really weird. And then we can put this line of spruce all across here, and then I think that means that we should be able to get a pillar block here. And if we get a pillar block here, we can do the same on the other side. Yeah, I quite like that. So we've got a section of 5 and a section of 4, that works. I'm working in weird numbers in these series, I have recently noticed. And I think that's a good thing. It's kind of pushing the boundaries of what I'm used to. And it's probably stemmed from that series that we're doing with Lord Dakar on Little Rock, the little fishing village. But there you go. So we've got that in place. I can then possibly bring this beam across. I think I will. We'll put this beam all the way around. It's gonna fit, so why not? In here, need to replace this block like that. And now I'm going to have a little think about what I want to do next, so that you don't have 5 minutes of me going So I'll probably cut back when we're ready to move on. Okay, so what I've done is I've actually lowered the roof a little bit, and I actually hate this bit now. So just get rid of that. There we go. And do the same here. Oop, wrong block. Like that. So we've got this little lip here, that's fine. We've actually kept the roof the same, going all the way to the back, and then I've had to put this little weird bit on because otherwise you get these little things here, which is annoying, but it kind of fits, I don't know. We've completely raised this up so we don't have that little divider section, which then means that we can have these really high windows at the back, which is good, so people can't pass them things round about, can't help them escape, that kind of thing. As for, other detailing things, I think I'm just going to have to wait till we're a little bit further ahead in the style and I've got more of an idea of what I want to do. Now, I did get an idea of trying to do some kind of star up here. Really don't know how that's going to work, but I'm going to give it a go. So we're going to take some stairs. I think maybe doing something like this, like that, up there, and then we can get slabs and do that. Oh dear. I mean, if you squint at it, kind of maybe, possibly. And what if we did it that way? It's looking a bit more like a bit more like a star there, isn't it? I suppose. That's about good a star as I'm going to get. I mean, the idea's there. It doesn't quite work, does it? So we won't go for that idea. We'll just, you know, use signs to write sheriff or something. Let's work on these windows then. So I think that might help to get some ideas going. I'm going to go for normal glass windows, and if I find the glass, there we go. We're going to go for glass blocks as well, I think. No, we'll use glass panes because it'll add a bit more depth. But what we're going to do is we're going to add sort of wood and wood up there, so it's kind of like an extra bit of, you know, something. I'm actually going to use the painted wood. Now I do want to use the painted wood a hell of a lot more in the build, but that's going to be for like the poorer buildings. So like we've got over there actually, where we've got the wood underneath the windows. We're doing it here, but we're going to be using painted wood, so it's a little bit more looked after this place. So if we actually get that, there we go, and we can do this, there, and there. And let's get the biome tool out, and let's see what colours. I'm thinking green, to be honest. I know we have got a green, there we go. I think green's going to work, especially against the yellow. Green and yellow fit together. And I suppose it does kind of work, but I don't know. I'm not. It's kind of, because I'm going to use trapdoors now to act as shutters. I can't paint them green, so it's not going to look right. Let's see. We get these to extreme hills. There we go. Do the same here. Not that high. And the same here. So maybe I'll just use a normal wood like the spruce. So let's just copy a spruce block. There we go, and put that in. Does that look a little bit better? Does a little bit. What else could we try? See, it's looking very, you know, sort of, I don't know. Let's try. I suppose we could have a benches there, couldn't we? So let's get the oak wood. Oak wood? Oak stairs? Oak stairs, there we go. So let's plop a couple of these down. There we go, like that. And then this top bit, I'm just going to change back to clay because I don't like it. The idea was there, but it's not really worked the way I wanted it to. There we go. The next episode I am going to do the interior because it's going to be a little bit interesting. It's going to be a really quick episode, and then we can move on to the next building. So what should the next building be? That's something we've got to think about. So we're going to have a small street going this way. I did say that streets were going to be sort of 5 blocks wide, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to have the next building going to be starting about there. So you can tell the difference now in this street. This does look more like an alleyway because of the size of this street here. I might make that 7 blocks instead of 5, so that's 5, 6, 7, so it's actually going to be there. So we'll make it 7 blocks instead of 5. But there we go. So we're going to have another building here. Not too sure where it's going to be. Let's have a look at our list of things. So we have saloon. I can get rid of that now. Sheriff's office. I can get rid of that. We've got the train. I can get rid of that. I'm sure I've got one for the train station. Train station. There we go. We can get rid of that. So these are all the other things that we've got. I reckon it's going to have to be either the general goods store. The post office actually might be a good idea. I might do the post office next to there though. Yeah, I'll do the general goods store across, and then I'll do the post office next. And then next to the post office we can have the doctors or something. So we're going to have, you know, a line of shops down here, a line of stuff down here. Right on the corner we're going to have the Grand Hotel, which is going to be probably the biggest building around. So yeah, it's looking quite good. So let's continue actually just doing a little bit of small detail here. We're going to have another shutter like that. In fact, to make it a bit more interesting, we're going to have this shutter slightly open like that. It's a nice little thing to add, a tiny bit of detail. We do still need to work on stuff. Maybe doing this would help. Maybe having this wrap right the way around. I don't want to overdo this wrapping round business, because I am going to be starting to use it quite a bit. And look at that, works out as 5 blocks wide as a little small road. So there you go, we've got that there. We definitely need something here to stop people going there, but I don't know, possibly the water tower. We might just get a couple of trees and some shrubs and stuff. People are like, what? Trees? Wild West? Yeah, they did have them. Yeah, so the rest, I'm going to do, like, all... I might as well just record it now, but it's going to be a separate episode, and we'll be doing the interior. So, yeah, let's get onto that, and that should be pretty interesting. And the shutter can go on that side. I always put my shutters on the left, I don't know why. It's just something that I do. And it's looking a bit bland at the back, but I think when we start to get more street decoration in, it's going to start coming together. The thing with Wild West is it is quite a bland, you know, not a lot of detail can be put into it, although I like to say, successfully done that with these two buildings. We'll see how it goes with the lesser buildings. I think just more of them together will make the style come together and it will look really awesome. But that's it for this episode, guys. If you've enjoyed, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay, so we're back, and a lot has been done. So I did say that I was going to have a little think about what I wanted and stuff like that. And then I went to work, so I had like the whole of the time that I was in work while I was thinking of ideas, and I came out, tested a few of those ideas, and I got a bit carried away, and I wasn't recording. So I guess I'm just going to do a bit of a show round. Now I did get Aaron to come over here as well. He had this little cool thing in up here, which works out okay. He also wanted a table. I don't know if I like the table. I kind of prefer the bench. But we're going to work on... Actually, we'll do that now. I'm going to redo the bench. I'm going to use the crappy hay type version of this block. No, sorry. This block. So if I change the biome, we should get one that is like a yellowy browny, that one. So we'll use that. And get some signs. Just old school with this sign, and over here sign, and there we go. That works out just fine. And even let's change that. As you can see, I've done the interior. Also, Ananas told me to use these. I was originally planning on using them. I guess I just forgot, but there we go. We've got these windows now as well, and I'm really happy with the way they turned out. He doesn't like the yellow clay and the border. He messed about with a few ideas, but I didn't like any of them, so changed it all back. We've also got this little spit bucket out here. Really cool thing. You know when they're just like stood there and spitting sunflower seeds or whatever it is they do. Around this side, I'm still working on the detail here. I've had a little hitch post here. I got this idea from McStride's plot, although pretty simple. I'm sure I would have came up with it. I've actually only the prison area is actually the stone brick, and we've got the windows all the way up here. And you can see in there we've actually got detailing. I'll do the interior in a minute. We've got the back here still very plain. I'm still going to be working on this. I'm probably going to do it off camera because it's going to take me a while to get happy with what I want. This side as well, it's going to be just simple stuff like you just saw on the other side. And it's going to be street detail here, not building detail. So we've got to keep that in mind. So let's do a quick run around on the interior. So we come in here, it's very open, it's very plain, and that's deliberate. The sheriff's office, they had, the main office, which is actually through here. I'm not showing you guys that yet. And then you just had this like sort of open area, kind of like a waiting area. As you can see, I've got the invisible fire light up here. Ooh, that's not meant to be there. You see, I've got messed about with the shutter idea. So one of them's closed, one of them's open. You can see that up there with these little high windows. I'm not sure if I like this window, if I want to change it to a different one. But I'm not sure which other one's going to work. Possibly that one again. It'd be good if you could change the colour of these, by changing biomes, but I'm certain you can't. There we go. Yeah, you definitely can't, so let's just put that back to that window. There you go, we've got that up there. It's a bit plain at the moment, so I'm thinking of ideas to, jazz it up a bit, but I'm not sure if it's going to work. We've got lots of different types of stuff here. You can tell that I'm really overusing this. This guy, the creeper, is wanted. There's a wanted poster outside here. There's one inside here. There's one there where that fence gate is. There's going to be loads of them. The cells, you can't actually get in them, but you can see in them. I like how I've worked this. Just a little brown bowl on the floor and a drink. And I've actually used different iron bars for a different one for the doorway, and a different one for the actual cage. So let's go into the office and take a look in here. As you can see, a lot nicer feel in here. I don't know, it feels a bit cozier. I'm not too sure why. So we've got some cabinets here. You know, you'd get where he's sheriff guy's making all his notes about all the people and prisoners and stuff. We've also got, you know, I kind of got lucky that there was paper up there, so there was detail I already had. And then we've got the playhead chest, another little small bench. You know, if the mayor guy, not the mayor, the sheriff is sat there and he's talking to people privately, got them there. Simple desk, no fancy stuff. Got a little thing, more just notes and stuff put about everywhere. And then we've also got this, and I think this was actually meant to be, oh no, this was deliberately closed off, so this is an iron door you can't get through. And if you notice though, you can actually fly up into the rafters, and that's deliberate, so you can actually go in the cages. You can actually see the detail in here. So you see the wall as well doesn't come flush. I kind of like that idea. So you can drop down into these cells. You can actually feel like you're a prisoner and get a sense of what it's like in here. Same with, oh no, you can't jump into this one, but you know, you can also jump into this room, and this room is the gun room, or you know, where they would store all the crap. So you've got wardrobe type thing with all the shelves, all these up here, you've got chests and crap, and you've got all that stuff there. So I think I've done quite well with the space and stuff. Also, I did mess about with, you know, sheriff's office doesn't quite work. I don't like the whole, you know, like letters that people do out of like the slanted lines and stuff like that. I don't like that, so I've deliberately not used that. Also, I've gone over, I did a couple of chests here to finally fill up this this area here, because I realised I forgot all that. So, what I'm going to do for the last sort of 2 or 3 minutes of this episode, actually nothing. I don't think I do need to do anything. I could do a small bit of detail, but you know, these two sides, it's really not going to be anything of note. It's going to be putting cobble walls up here, maybe a line of fences along there or something. It's not going to be anything special. Hopefully, I always say stuff like that. Hopefully you guys ain't too mad about missing out all the interior stuff. If you are, put a comment and I'll make sure that I'll do the interiors next time on camera. Next building that we're going to have here, I can't remember what I said it was going to be. Post office, wasn't it? Post office there, next to the sheriff's office. And over here was the general goods store, maybe? I'm not too sure, can't really remember. But yeah, so we're going to go for a post office here, which means I need to Google what Wild West, Old West, Western post office used to look like. So yay, research. But yeah, that's what helps make my builds look a little bit better. If I didn't do research, then my builds would be terrible. I'm also debating about having maybe a rocking chair, but I don't know how that's going to work in Minecraft. I'll mess about with ideas. If you want to see any tutorials or how-tos from any of my Let's builds, doesn't have to be just this one, just put a comment and I'll think about doing it. I'm already thinking of doing a tutorial on the Egyptian pillars that I've used in that series. So if you know you want to see like how-to cliffs, I've already got one, but there you go. If you want to see a tutorial on the sheriff's office, I can do that. It'll take me a while, but you know, I can do it. Yeah, so that's just getting that idea out there. That's it for this episode, guys, and I'm going to get onto another building in the next one. I'm going to try to stick to one building an episode, maybe 2 episodes if it's a big one. And me and Ananas were actually talking, Pineapple on PC. He's actually changed his name, he's not even Ananas anymore. We've been talking, and we might be doing a collab because he done a Western plot, and that was really good. I think it was the first Western plot on the server. So he's got a few good ideas about this. He really likes Red Dead and stuff like that. So we're going to be working on the Grand Hotel. That's going to be a big 3-story building. It's going to be the biggest building on the plot. So, you know, we'll be doing a couple episodes with him, trying to promote his YouTube channel. I don't know if he's uploading. He doesn't upload regularly. And I mean, like, you know, 1 video every 3 weeks. So, sort that out, Ananas. But yeah, if you enjoyed this series, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next one.